Okay, thank you for coming again, Sasha. Just to sit quietly around 17 minutes, which is nice. How's your sitting? Yeah. How's the degree there? We are 8 degree actually. It's not bad. It's a coastal area, so it's like the links. Oh, okay. The links above the. Yeah, it's so. Topic today is a great mirror-like wisdom. So wisdom is the highest teaching of Buddha, your morality, meditation, and wisdom. 戒定慧, three learnings of Buddha, from Buddha, or teachings from Buddha. Morality, meditation, wisdom. Morality, basically you're a good person. If we are not good person, we won't sit here. Okay, 13 minus. Damn it, it's cold. Yeah. Morality, basically we're a good person, kind. There's lots of good person, kind person in the world, especially in Canada. I think it's more tendency to be kind. That's why I love Canada. But let's say 80% of the population are kind, but not everyone meditate. So meditation is try to slow down the racing mind to a level that we can see the nature. Meditation plays a very important role. But meditation not necessarily mean you just sit quietly doing nothing. It's helpful, but meditation by definition is to observe, contemplate. Observe of what? Observe what? Observe the emptiness of every inputs from our five senses and every output from our mind. So both inputs and outputs are empty. That's the meditation. And it not necessarily mean you have to sit quietly. While you're brushing your teeth, making a phone call, email an important email, you notice everything is empty, it's changing, transient, no self, impermanence. That's the meditation part, to observe, to contemplate, to realize, to understand. Then it may lead you to wisdom. The first wisdom is the mirror-like wisdom. I talked about this before, but it's good to repeat, right? Especially when you go higher and higher, we need repetition. Repetition is a way. Repetition is the practice. So, great mirror like wisdom. Our awareness is like a mirror. The major function of a mirror is to reflect. If a mirror cannot reflect, it is not a mirror. So, in the same way, our awareness is to reflect everything outside, inside, and in between. Sometimes I use a projection. Sometimes I use simulation. Animation is the same pointers. It's all the same pointers to pointing that our mind is like a mirror reflecting a wonderful yet illusory world. Crazy. So that's the great mirror-like wisdom. Great means it has no boundary. If you are an astronomist, you use a telescope to look deep into the space. Maybe you can observe a star or galaxy hundreds, millions of light years ago. So as an astronomist, you have no boundary. Your awareness can extend to the age of cosmos, observable. That's great, right? That's great. Great without boundary in a large scale. Also, if you're physicist or chemist, you can use a microscope to look down. Hello, Jimmy. You can use a microscope to look a particle, atom, nucleus, proton, quarks, and now theoretically we can calculate the smallest units in human domain is Planck scale, power 10 to the power 43 meters, minus 10 to the power minus 43 meters. That's small. So if you can use this Planck scale as smallest unit and the observable universe, which is 93.6 billion light years away, I mean, the diameter, which size is in between the smallest and the greatest? Do you know, largest? Which is in between a Planck scale and the observable universe or cosmos? A grain of rice. That's the size in between. A grain of rice is the middle size between the smallest unit and cosmos, observable. So our mirror, our consciousness or pure awareness is great. Great in terms of infinite big, infinite small. There's no boundary, no limitation. And we know that the universe is fractal, right? So you can fractals. It can go down, the patterns repeat itself. like the spiral of the galaxy, the golden ratio, right? And if you like look at the sunflower, there's that golden ratio, that spiral. Like if you like look at the DNA, all things are fractal. So this fractal has no limitation, I think. So you can there's any unit smaller than Planck or any unit bigger than observable universe? I do think so. But in our human domain, that's the limitation. But the fractals goes on and on. Infinite can goes on and on, right? So that's great. Great mirror-like wisdom. Our awareness is great. No limitation, large scale and a small scale, both sides. You are that greatness, or you are great as that. Mirror like means our mind reflects things. Now you are reflecting me. I have an image in your computer and you see me. That's your mirror, that's your mind reflecting me as an image. But this image is not two-dimensional like flat mirror. It's a four-dimensional space-time structure. So it's more complicated. It's a voxel instead of pixel. Also plus time is four dimension, right? This is our experience anyway. Maybe duality is more than four dimension. In the eyes of a butterfly or just a meat fly, the world will be different. So the one of the five wisdoms, if you click or look at the links I pasted above the chat box, five wisdoms. But I think there's five wisdoms or four wisdoms, it doesn't matter. But the first one is so important, is what I'm talking now, is the great mirror-like wisdom. Your awareness right now is like a mirror, reflects things. But instead of two dimension, now it's four dimension. Can you feel it? Can you realize it? Everything is in you right now. There's no separation between you, the awareness, and any content of awareness. Everything is right in you. Appears in you, disappears in you. People come, appears in you. People leaving, left, disappear in you. Hello, this sound appears in you. The moment I'm saying hello, it disappears. It's crazy. This is your experience, right? I'm not talking anything fancy or imaginable. It's our experience. Everything comes and goes within you. So, meaning there's no separation between you, the awareness, and anything in you. Your awareness is reflecting or embracing everything the contents. My awareness is embracing my computer and my image in the computer and the table, this room. My awareness is all inclusive. So are you. Now you're not living in the world, okay? If you truly understand me, you're not living in the world. You are living in the field of awareness. Do you follow? You are not living in the world. The world is in you. Can you have that shift of perception? Crazy. That's the great mirror-like wisdom. There's a shift of perception or perspective. You are not separate from the world. You're unifying every contents of awareness, people, building, family, colleagues, friends, in the field or by the field of awareness. That's the wisdom of great mirror like. And there's no limitation. All your memories are included, all your plans for the future are included. 大圆镜智. And this greatness also not only transcends space, okay? It's no limitation in terms of space. Also, there's no limitation in terms of time. This moment is in your awareness. This moment is in your awareness. Sometimes I used to say that there's a milestone in the path of awakening is that you can shift your identity from person to presence or awareness. You have a shift of identity. You're not a person. The person is in you. Right now, my body, my mind, my talking is reflected in my field of awareness. The body and the mind is in my presence, is represented, is present in my presence. And so is everything else. My own voice is within me. My body says sensations are within me. My breath, my heartbeat, the music I'm playing, it's all in me. So Rupert Spira said, consciousness is that in which all experiences appears and disappears. All experiences appear and disappear, sorry. Right now, you are realizing it. It's not only a pointer anymore, it's a realization. So that's the great mirror-like wisdom. But we use different, combination of the words to pointing, to point this realization. This first wisdom, if you realize it, it will develop the second, the third, the fourth. Now you have this quantum leap of consciousness. You are freed from your projection or dreamlike world. Do you follow, my dear, dear awareness? I simplify thousands years of Buddha teaching into this nutshell. A part of it, at least. So many books of Buddha's teaching, so many lineage, so many schools, traditions, masters. But now I just simplify all of them into this great mirror-like awareness. If you get it, it will benefiting you for the rest of your life. I hope you have this direct experience. I hope I will understand fully soon. Bon courage. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's just such a mind-blowing concept first, then realization. Uh, the individual mind or awakened mind is really hard to what are you saying? But the great mirror-like awareness is our original face. You don't need how to say it could be a effortless realization because you are it already. If you're not something you want to achieve that state, you need practice. If you're not good at piano, you want to achieve grade 10, oh, it take you years of practice, theory, and so on. If you want to become something you're not, it takes time. On the other hand, if you are it already, takes no time. It's crazy. You see how it takes no space. You don't need move your finger. You don't need to travel to India or Japan to study Zen because you are it. I really hope for you understand what I'm saying and realize it. It takes time and space to become what you are not. It takes no time, no space to be who you are. Make sense? I like to play guitar. It takes a lot of practice, time, meaning, right, to become good, better, best. A piece of music I play like at least 10 or 20 times, maybe 50 times to become good at it. But to be aware, you don't need time. These wisdoms are like laws of creation. Laws of creation. So it depends how you define creation. Wisdom of all encompassing space for Dhammadhatu, the womb of compassion. Yes, yeah, that's the Heavenly Father behind this pure, great mirror-like wisdom. I can read a little bit because I want to bring your experience. You experience what I'm saying first, then you can go further or deeper or wider. Make sense? If I start from this Dhammadhatu, it's too abstract. The wisdom of suchness or Dhammadhatu, the bare non-conceptual awareness of Sunyata, the universal substrate of all four jhana. So it's kind of abstract. But if you really understand the second one, the mirror-like awareness, that's in our experience. Then you can accept what I'm saying based on your realization. So that's why I talk the second first instead of the first one, because I want you to experience, to realize that what I'm saying is true. I don't say, hey, there's a God there, believe him. No, that don't work. If it's not in your experience, your belief or faith is weak, with doubts. Now, if I say, do you feel or your awareness is all inclusive? It could be your realization. Yes, I'm talking to you because you're aware of me. I'm in your awareness right now. If you look outside, there's a tree or building or car, then your awareness extends to like 10 meters away, or let's say 30 meters away from you, that building or car is. 30 meters away from you, then your awareness extends to that far, right? And then you look at the cloud in the sky. How far is that? 20 kilometers away from where you sit. That's how far your awareness can go. I can keep asking, right? If you have a telescope, watch a star a million light years away from you, then your awareness reach there. So how big is your awareness? Hard to say. There's no boundary. And how small is your awareness? And look at this body, maybe 30 centimeters away. And then if you have a microscope, look at your own cell. You can go deep to the 10 to the power of maybe 6, -6, -10, reach the level of atom. Then you can go deeper, break down into quarks, upper quarks, down quarks. They have so strange names for this. There's no limitation of your awareness, right? Make sense? Now it's your realization, it's your experience. Now the awareness, the pure awareness, is devoid of all dualistic thought. All the dualistic thought is in you. You think this is good, that is bad, this is pleasant experience, that is unpleasant experience, these people are kind, that people are unkind. This dualistic concept of thinking is in you, yet you, the awareness, is non-dualistic, is all-inclusive. Do you follow? It's like the space itself is non-dualistic, yet allows every black, white, big or small, appeared in space, in it. Make sense? So if you go to the third, the wisdom of the awareness of the sameness. Sameness means equal. So this, how you can say this, let's say the cell phone and this cup is equal. Definitely not if you only look at it as physical. This is glass, this is round, this is square or rectangular. It's not equal yet. But if you see you are the awareness, which is all-inclusive, and all these two seemingly different objects are just different reflections in the one field of pure awareness, then it's equal. It's all reflections. Do you follow? Underneath all the superficial differentiations, you perceive everything empty. That's the awareness of sameness. In Vajrayana, we say the one taste. Is that too much for you? Yeah, it's a little bit comments or sharing here. I will go from the top. So Jimmy said, I'm already aware there's no time needed to become aware. Yes, it's your original phase, but the problem is once you're aware, there's a lot of different contents, and we lost in the contents of awareness. That's the the first split between awareness and contents of awareness. The first split of I and anybody other than I or anything other than I. That's the first split. That's the first split, also the origin of suffering. If you are fooled by this split, if you are deceived by this separation, I and anything or anyone that other than I, that's a region of suffering also. If you can unite or see through this first split between the object and subject, you unite again consciously, proactively, let them become one. So that's a region of happiness too. The great mirror like wisdom is to teach us how to unite, to point that our awareness is fundamentally, originally all-inclusive, uniting. It is you, awareness, uniting everything in your awareness. You are uniting me now. You are connecting to me. You are inclusive with me, or and so is everyone else. Awakening is awakened to, oh yes, my awareness is all inclusive. There's no separation between the observer and the observed. There's no separation between the subject and object. And your mission done. That's called awakening. And once you have this state of realization, you apply your realization into everyday life. That's the real practice starts. And Jib, thank you. Only I used to practice guitar when I was a kid, and I loved it so much. 8 hours playing would fly by too fast. Yes. So guitar music, any music, kind of music, strike your heart directly, right? Wow. Harmonics or harmonious notes. So you become harmonious with the music, and that sense of harmony can expand from that. You felt kind, if you felt soft, loving, and so on. You see, sometimes we need a kind of external positive stimulation to bring that state of loving awareness. That's why the music play a significant role. You are being mirrored in my awareness. Yes. Your Ginny said, yeah, yes, your awareness is reflecting me right now. And so am I reflecting everything in my awareness right now, or by my awareness too? In singularity consciousness, there is just a reality as it is, and that singularity is any person who can conceive of singularity or comprehend incomprehensibility of pervasive oneness. Yes. Sometimes I use the black hole and the event horizon. So the world is your event horizon, and you are the black hole, or the center of black hole we call singularity, with infinite energy or information. You now, as a pure awareness, contains infinite information, projecting a world as a event horizon. And this event horizon is like four-dimensional space-time structure. Is not just a like single sphere of event horizon. It's four-dimensional event horizon. So every reflection, just like a pixel or voxel in your three-dimensional screen of consciousness, okay, shining. That's a magic play of the cosmic intelligence. It's a real-time simulation or rendering. Do you know the rendering? I had some training about 3D. How to say? That time we use like 3D maps to render architecture like a building or interior design like colors, shapes, and stuff. So it renders frame by frame. Actually, all the animation is rendered frame by frame, and it moves in a subsequence or sequence that you give you a virtual world, right? And now your mind is rendering. Your mind is depicting a picture in the structure of space time. Give you a virtual world. You know, it's crazy. Once you notice you're projecting a world from the singularity of your awareness, and you see the event horizon, comprehend the incomprehensibility of the pervasive oneness. Yes, the oneness is the nature of your awareness. It is one. It is originally one. It has never been two. The mind divides things. The mind differentiates things. The mind is the something to touch, to taste, to feel. It's the function of the awareness. But we lost in this oneness because we have this like tacticals, like five senses. We lost in the contents of awareness again. Awakening is going back from the complexity to simplicity, from the event horizon to singularity. That's all. Lately, I've been calling oneness, awareness, singularity consciousness. Yes, we just use different terms. In Buddha, we say this is Dhamma Dhatu or Dhamma Dhatu, Dhamma realm. In modern words, we say oneness or pure consciousness or pure mind. We use different words or terminologies. It depends on you. Do you feel right? Then you use that. Because traditionally, we call this is heaven. A heaven without world or hell. So its perspective, the overview, the totality. It's like you have Google Map. I don't know which city are you, or Jimmy, you're in Netherlands, right? You have Google Map of Netherlands, and you know which city you are in the Netherlands. Imagine you have a Google Map of Earth, planet Earth, and you have a Google Map of solar system, Milky Way, local groups. Then you can zoom out to the edge of cosmos to have the total picture of cosmos. The whole universe is in your perception. That's totality I'm talking about. And it's beyond that too. But I just use this metaphor, right? all is energy, etc. Energy, information, matter is equivalent. You know, we just use different terminologies to describe the same thing. Like a diamond have, they say, 64 facets. You know, every facets reflect one reality of that diamond, right? Saja said, Yoga Sutra instructor handle things gently, yogic touch. Yeah, you're touching me now. I'm touching you too. Mentally. Entangled. Right at this moment, we are entangled. Entanglement means that spooky action at distance, no matter where you are. If I want to entangle you, we are entangled. It's same vice versa. If I want to entangle Thich Nhat Hanh, we are entangled. Buddha, Jesus Christ, our awareness has no boundary again, you see, transcends space and time. Yogic touch, that's a good word. Jimmy said, fooled by comparison. Yeah, our mind, not our pure awareness, our mind like to compare, sorry. Oh, this is round, this is rectangular. It's good learning, but we are fooled by comparison. Awakening means you can have a quantum leap from the comparison, the differences, to sameness, from exclusive to inclusive, from exclusiveness to inclusiveness. Othering, yeah, the eyeball. Jeep said, the eyeball center looks like a black hole. I always thought. Eyeball center? Your awareness is like a black hole. Maybe just we use different terminology again. Interesting, yes. Black hole and black center of eye. Who is talking? What is talking here? 3D rendering. Jib said, reality works like that in physics. They say no rendering without an observer. Yes, I'm observe your words and you're listening to me. We are always, the rendering is always on. Mind is always on. There's only one exception is mind is off when we in a deep sleep. Maybe that's debatable too. It is a particular way of debate in physics. Yeah, but the dual attributes, right? Wave or particle? Particle or wave? Particle wave dualistic is the potentials, you see. I would say it's a probability. An electron, we used to think that electron spins around a nucleus, right? Or proton. It's no, it's the electron is the electron cloud around the proton. Once you observe it, it shows a specific location for that observation. But if you don't look at it, it's a cloud, it's a possibility. The whole reality is a possibility. Now you use Jimmy's eye to look at this world, and it shows you Jimmy's world. Dawn has this understanding, now it shows a Dawn's world. The whole reality, the ultimate reality is infinite potentials of probabilities. The whole awakening is that know that we are conditioned, yet you can be free from your projection. You still have a projection. I'm projecting a world now, and you do. Everyone does. Everyone is. But are you aware that it's your projection, and can you be freed from your projection or simulation or rendering or event horizon? You see, we have so many different words now. If you can be freed, then you're awakened. You're not a drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in one drop. Even this duality of the drop and ocean disappears. You are suchness. If you go back to the wisdom of suchness, you know, the things as it is, as they are. Non-conceptualizing awareness. That's crazy. Alchemy. Yes, alchemy. Everyone is the alchemist. Is that a right, proper word? Sorry. Alchemist? Yes. Yes, alchemist. Sorry, still learning some English here. Everyone is his or her or its alchemist. And it's a limited freedom. Can you see you're alchemizing your world? Alchemizing your relationship? You put like a cooking a dish, you put sauce, everything to make a dish. That's kind of alchemizing, right? Can you see the total picture of the reality? And from this total understanding, you can make a conscious choice. Now, because your understanding is total, you have more choices than the one who doesn't have the totality. Make sense? If you everyone like go hiking, I suppose, right? Do you like go hiking in the forest, especially like 100 acres of forest? If you before you go hiking, you can Google it. Oh, this piece of land, a forest, you know, here there in this middle, outside of city, it's shaped. There's a trails here, there's trails there. You have this totality understanding. Then you really go into the park or the forest. You have a total understanding, right? You won't lose yourself no matter what position you are. So you have more understanding, more choices. That's what I'm saying here. Awakening is awakened to the total picture. You always have Google Map, holistic Google Map of cosmos. Okay, imagine that. If you travel to a city you're not familiar with, you like to Google, right? Imagine you don't have Google Map. Oh man, in the tradition, old times we use a map. It's not dynamic. It's not showing your dynamic position on the route or the trip, the visit. It's more difficult, but now it shows in the Google map, it shows your dynamic distance, your distance, your that direction. That's more vivid. Awakening is something like this. You have a Google map, not only in geometry but also in time, like a time map. And it's dynamic. It shows every moment, from moment to moment of how to say, rendering. You are really in the inner rendering world, but you have that total understanding, that like a bird view of what you're doing. It's crazy. Yeah, now I just I changed my car to 2023 Outlander Mitsubishi. So they have the bird view. While you're backing or parking, you have that bird view. You're closer to this car, you're too much far from that side, you're offline, you should be centered in that parking line. You have that bird view. Awakening is to have a bird view of cosmos, of space and time. It's crazy. And it's dynamic. It's real time. Low delay. Do you follow? If you go somewhere, imagine you have a video game online, you have a 1 second or 2 second delay. That sucks. My kid playing Fortnite, it's real time shooting game. 1 second delay you will got killed. It's a virtual killing, but you know what I'm saying, right? There's no delay if you awaken to totality. You're always in the flow. Yes, very good. Let's remind me the flow. You're always in the flow, in the zone. There's no lap, low delay. It's always simultaneously, instantaneously, real time rendering of the world. Now, it's crazy. You are in the rendering of the world right now. You are rendering it. You find yourself at right place and right time. Yes. And you transcend space and time. You look at the structure of space-time from a timeless, spaceless point of view, a bird view. So that's why you have this whole grand view. Do you know grand view? The great. Great means there's nothing so superior than it. The greatest without greater. That means great. Okay. A great without greater, or great without smaller. That means great, or perfect, or complete. What does it mean to be free from your projection? You're free. You're like a bird out of a cage. You're not imprisoned by your mindset anymore. You're totally free from any concept, any definition of who you are, any background, any education, any relationship. You You break through everything. You're totally free. Yet you allow every experience, every relationship, every perception, every feelings, emotions, memories, desires to appear in you and disappear in you. What the heck are you talking about? What is possible then? Everything is possible. You reach the realm of infinity, infinite possibilities, infinite potentials. That's why Shakyamuni Buddha left his kingdom. There must be something greater than a future king. Imagine you are king right now, okay? You have so many health, wealth, you know, houses, fancy cars. You have houses all around the world, okay, because you are king. And you can do anything, almost do anything as you want. But now you want to, you know, resign, put it down to something greater. That's the thing I'm talking about. Greater than the king. Because it's superior. There's nothing more valuable than this. We are born to realize this. It is more just a realization. It's a realization, it's a freedom, it's a relief, it's a farewell to suffering. No words can describe it, Jimmy. No words can describe it. Unspeakable. Okay, I think that's all for today. You are born to realize this. It's your born nature. It's our born nature. There's no distance between that and you. The place you're looking for, the ultimate freedom, realization, liberation, salvation, you name it. You are that already. No self, no problem. Yes, I agree. No self, no problem. Both self and the problem are our illusions. So crazy. There's no body mind to undergo person death. There's no body mind to have problem. Okay. So there's no self. Greetings. Yeah, greetings. Tony. I say that a lot. No self, no problem. It's true. It's where the real power is. Yes. Beautiful. Thanks for coming, Saja, Jimmy, Gib or Jib? Maybe Gib, Jib. Sorry, my English if it's not proper. Okay, and G. Okay, Jib. Thank you, Jib. I think that's all for today. Thank you. Thanks for your coming, your presence, your traveling to this How to say, simulated world, yet you can stay in the pure awareness. Thanks for your visiting. That's crazy. Mm. Thank you. Bye now. So much fun. Yes, life is joy, right? Life should be joyful. Thank you. Bye now.